What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Khalen Moorhead. And today we're back at it with the 5 top tips to help you kill it during that phone screen interview for your next UX role. By the end of this video, you're going to learn how to keep cool under any situation, handle any questions thrown your way, and just generally ace it during this interview. So, come on, let's get started. Now, generally speaking, the phone screen is a very early step in the overall interview loop process. Generally, they just want to understand a little bit more about you, who you are, what you do, and some of the skills that you bring to the table. Most of the time, you'll be doing this interview with either the recruiter, the hiring manager, or possibly another designer on the team that you're interviewing for. Tip number 1, set yourself up for success. Make sure that your environment is going to be conducive to this phone screen. Go somewhere quiet, put your gadgets on Do Not Disturb, give the dog a bone so it'll leave you alone. Also, you might want to grab a pen and paper and just have that handy so you can jot some notes down or, work through some concepts in your head as you're talking them out throughout the interview. And if you have your own notes available, make sure that you have them laid out in a fashion that'll be suitable for you during the interview. Tip number 2, be prepared with your portfolio link. If you haven't already shared it with them, they're going to want to take a look at your portfolio so that way they can see some of the work that you've done previously and get a better understanding for your skill set. They're going to want to understand how you break down the projects you've worked on, going from start to finish, talking about your own individual involvement as well as what you contributed to the team overall, so that way they can see how you work in those different kinds of settings. And they're definitely going to ask you some pointed questions about certain design decisions that you made, and so just be prepared to answer those things with tangible reasons as to why you made those decisions. Tip number 3, they will almost always ask you about what are some of your current favorite designs or places that you go to get design inspiration. It's very simple. They just want to get a better understanding of, what actually does inspire you and motivates you and really can impact a designer such as yourself. Think about the kinds of products or apps, services, things that you use most frequently that you really enjoy using. Think about what it is that they bring in terms of some sort of utility or filling in a particular gap. Speaking to both the good and the bad in these things, thinking about what works and the areas that could be improved upon. Using this as sort of an opportunity for the interviewer to see your own ability to critique other work. Number 4. Behavioral questions will abound. It's very simple. You just have to prepare. Make sure that you think about the kinds of questions that they're going to ask and have star format ready. This is an extension really of the design portfolio piece, but less about the actual work you did so much as how you behaved in those particular situations. There's going to be a range of topics that they will always ask you about, things like times you had to work with a difficult coworker, times you had to make some sort of design adjustment on the fly or late in the process, talking about a particular project that you really enjoyed, or just dealing with like a difficult client, something like that. These are just ways so that way they can understand how you behave under pressure. What's it like when you're in a game time situation? Because that's going to be your day in and day out. They want to know that you can handle the pressure. Number 5, ask real questions. It's easy enough to do if you do a little bit of research on the front side or if you just already know a lot about the company. Make sure that any questions that you bring to them are going to be insightful. This is a chance for you to understand a little bit more about the company and the team and your manager potentially as well, in the same way that they want to know about you, and you got to make sure this is a fit that goes both ways. Ask questions about where the product that they're working on is going in the future. What's the future of the company look like? Are you going to have the ability to learn, expand, grow your skill set, and move into different areas that also interest you? What's it like in the day-to-day life of this team? These are all really important things that you want to know before you get into a situation that you can't so easily get out of. Remember, the job interview is as much an interview about you as it is about the company. So there you go, my top 5 tips to help you nail your next UX phone screen interview. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you felt like any of these tips helped you. And while you're at it, bop those like and subscribe buttons too. And if you got a fever for more bold videos, the only prescription is to click that bell icon. Yeah, that's right. I went for a Christopher Walken reference in 2021. Till later, y'all.